Hey everyone, and thanks for stopping by to this video. I've got another Pokemon figure in front of me, and this one is a Scale World Nessa and Drednaw, or in Japanese, Rurina and Kajirigame, if I'm right. I said I wasn't going to get any more of these Scale World figures, but I'm a liar. I keep buying them because, well, they're web exclusive and they tend to get hard to get afterwards. So this is just the packaging for this web exclusive. Brown shipper box is something that comes with all web exclusive stuff, but otherwise it's plain on every other side. So let's just get this thing open. So once you've got the brown packaging off, you've got the main box itself. So it's pretty clean looking. It's very similar to the other ones, but I feel the card is actually better quality here. So again, Pokemon Scale World in Japanese with the blue coloring, with the kind of theme of Nessa here with the water type gym. And then you've got a photo of Nessa and Drednaw. I'm going to use the English names, but you've got the Japanese names here in Japanese and Ramaji as well. So all in all, pretty clean box for the most part. Just text information, more photos of the guys there. It's got number 49 here. This is actually the first one I've got that I've opened anyway that has a number on it. Usually it's pretty plain. You've got some indications or photos of some of the other stuff that's come out before. Covenant has not released just yet. I do have it on pre-order, but it's not out just yet. And then on the back side, you've got a pretty cool lineup of, actually these are pretty much all the Galar region stuff. They're not all exclusively Galar region on the top, but majority are all Galar region Pokemon there. I've got Rillaboom as well, which I've done a video of before, so I'll bring that out briefly later on. And then you got some photos of the other sets that they've released too, or that are coming out as well. So just quickly at the bottom, this is what Nessa is, what I'm holding. Rayhan is coming out soon. B is coming out soon. Yeah, all of these are coming out later on. I've got these all on pre-order actually, so stay tuned for those when I do those. But otherwise, nice looking box, clean box, and like I mentioned, the quality of this box is actually better than the ones that have happened in the past. But let's get this open and let's see the actual figure inside. So in the packaging, you get the candy, which I never try, so I know what that tastes like. And then of course you get Drednaw and Nessa, and a base stand for Nessa, which I'll show you how to attach first. So I'm going to move Drednaw out of the way, and let's focus on Nessa. So if you see my previous videos, I've gone through the Kanto region stuff for the most part, and some of those had, for example, Red, Trainer Blue, and Lance with his Dragonite, I believe. And if you remember those, I wasn't a big fan of those trainer figures. I thought they turned out to be very cheaply made, especially for the price they're paying for the sets in general. So here we've got Nessa, and straight away, in my honest opinion, what an improvement. Nessa actually looks so much better. So this is the first Galar set that I've bought. I didn't want to buy the other one because it wasn't a web exclusive, so I'm a bit elitist or maybe like that. So Nessa is a web exclusive. So this is, yeah, like I said, the first Galar region trainer set that I've got. And yeah, it's so much better than the quality of what Red was before, and Lance and all of those other people. It's a shame I've put those away. Otherwise I would have done a direct comparison. So I'm just going to focus on Nessa here. So straight away you can see she's sculpted nicely. Her paint looks, relatively clean. Posture is pretty kind of simple with just an outstretched arm with the dive ball in her hand. But I like all the extra details on her. So again, you've got things like the glove that's on there with the exposed thumb. Got a Dynamax band, and then the screen on the underside here. So I guess if you were wearing a wristwatch, she's one that wears it that way around. I'd probably wear it the other way around personally. Details all on her outfit, and then just the kind of extra details, kind of jewelry, I guess, and accessories that she tends to wear. So her earrings and all of that sort of stuff. Her hair as well, which I'll go into a bit more detail later. Down to her sandals, which are very, very unique. So honestly, this Nessa is a lot better than what they did with the trainer figures with Red and Lance and Blue actually. So really, really like what's going on with the details on this actually. Shouldn't forget the tattoo, temporary tattoo there as well on the arm. Really good, really good. So actually what I want to mention briefly with the hair, it looks great in general. The sculpt is great and the colors are nice and kind of vivid. It really pops actually as a figure. Is this just a little bit of hair that kind of protrudes out? It's not really sitting flush. If you see, if I push it in, it's okay. This side is not so bad. Really minor issue, and then maybe her eyes are a little bit soulless, I think, but again, really minor issues overall. Want to point out as well, the skin tone on Nessa is accurate. I really like what's going on with everything with this Nessa. I think is great, especially the skin tone as well. The figure actually reminds me of, there's this Korean YouTuber, I'll link him below, who basically makes sculpts handmade clay figurines and this actually reminds me of that. I think he might have done a cleaner job or something like this, actually. So check him out if you haven't seen that guy already. But all in all, good job. Good job with this Nessa. Really, really like what's going on here. Going onto the stand, to attach that, all you got to do is just put it into basically the heels. Just get the leg and fit it in like so. And then the ankle bits just kind of sit on top. That's it. You don't necessarily have to use it, but it does add a little bit of extra stability for the figure. So let's move Nessa aside and focus on Drednaw now. So onto Drednaw. He's relatively small in size. You kind of saw how Nessa and Drednaw compared. You can catch Drednaw in Pokemon Sword and Shield in the wild, but this one is, I guess, Nessa's one. Sculpt wise, Drednaw looks really, really good. I think their sculpts are improving over time. Paint's kind of improving, still a little bit of issues, but not, you know, you can't get perfect for everything. I do generally like what's going on with this Drednaw. With all the little bits, all the details look quite good. So the horns on his forelegs, horns from his forehead, the kind of ridges on his shell look really nice as well. And of course the little spikes on his tail. Generally pretty good, I have to say. Underside looks like so, which actually looks very clean. If you recall, I had issues with, say, underbellies of other Pokemon like Blastoise and Venusaur, I think it was. And so this one actually looks relatively clean. As you know, I'm being pretty modest there, but it's actually pretty clean. So good job on that. Overall, pretty good job with the sculpt. A little bit of paint bleeding on the side of the shell and a little bit up there, but honestly, that's just me being, if I had to nitpick. But otherwise, Drednaw looks pretty good. I really like it. I do like his jaw, by the way. The way they've sculpted that is pretty cool. Quite like it. And yeah, overall good clean sculpt and good clean looking figure. So quite like that. Bringing out Nessa again together. So just give you one more look at them together. Honestly, I like this set. I think it's a lot better. Way more improved versus the Kanto sets that I've unboxed in the past. I think it reminds me of like the Amiibos, actually. So the Amiibos, when I got the first few, I wasn't too impressed with them, but they've improved a lot as well. So yeah, the Scale World stuff seems to be following in a similar sort of fashion of just getting better with each new set of figurines. So that's pretty good. Let me bring out Snorlax just to give a quick size comparison with these three. I'm not going to get everything on the camera, but I'll give you an indication. Snorlax is a pretty large Pokemon, so that's how big he is. Then we'll bring out Charizard, of course. Has to be Charizard in all of my videos for the Scale World stuff, like so. And then we'll bring out Rillaboom. So that's Rillaboom right here, and then his drum here, which always falls down, so I'll just hold it up. So Rillaboom's another large type Pokemon. It's about as big as the Snorlax one, actually. So that kind of gives you a brief or very quick look at the kind of scale of them all. So just a reminder, these are, I think, what, a 140 scale? I always get confused between scales of all my figures, but I'll put it up on screen just as a reminder. So yeah, you're going to see very different sizes of a whole bunch of these Pokemon. So overall, I do like this Nessa set. Like I said, it's a marked improvement over the Kanto sets that have come before. So that's a great thing, and I hope they carry on improving on this lineup. So with that said, I do quite like what they've done with Drednaw and Nessa, so I'm looking forward to the other ones actually now. Normally I was kind of a bit apprehensive, but now I've got a bit more renewed confidence. So looking back at the packaging, at the back of the packaging, so at the top we saw what's currently been out, and let's tilt that so you can see it. So I don't have a lot of these because a lot of these came in kind of sets, and they weren't web exclusive, so I kind of ignored them. But then moving all the way to the bottom, so the next figure coming out is Raihan and his Duraludon. I do have that on pre-order. Actually, I have everything on the bottom row on pre-order, so I'll be doing unboxings of those, so do follow to get notified when that occurs. I'm particularly interested in getting Leon because he comes with Dragapult. You can see Dragapult right here. He's a cool Pokemon from Pokemon Sword and Shield, again, if you're out of touch with the Pokemon universe. So I'm very curious to get that one. In the meantime, I think Raihan is actually due at the end of this year, so just in a few weeks. I probably will get it by the beginning of 2021 with delayed shipping and stuff because of holiday season, so stay tuned for that. But to wrap up, thank you very much for watching this video. If you are interested in other Scale World figures, especially or particularly the Kanto region stuff, then I've got those covered on my channel, so check those out. And just as an FYI, they are doing reissues of some of the previous Kanto figures. So Lapras and Giovanni's set, which I always kind of said was too expensive now, is getting a reissue. Hooray! So I'll be getting that and doing an unboxing of that too. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe wherever you are. Bye bye. The police is after me.